This is the Male Review on Yale Radiocast.
Yo. What's good? Thank you for coming back. Look,
man.
no problem. Ain't no issue.
It's an issue. It's an
Nothing
issue.
to cry over.
Oh,
Nothing
no,
to cry
but it's an issue today.
Oh, there's some.
I ain't playing
today.
with the upper room today,
Oh,
goddammit.
look, upper room. Y'all need to back up.
Today
man.
ain't the day.
Today is not
Today
the day. Tomorrow don't look good either.
Tomorrow
Don't look good either. It's Sunday. You don't want them problems on a Sunday.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna be able to see the judge till Monday.
You don't want the problems. It don't look too good for tomorrow either. Anyway, y'all, welcome back again to the Male Review.
So we're gonna ask for some audience participation on your end. We had some audio difficulties.
Yep.
And we want to make sure we still everything is good. So just let us know how we sound. But Mark L, go ahead and circle back so we could really get into the show.
Yeah, man.
But you want to know the answer to the question.
I still want to know the answer to the question. Who was Roger Troutman and Zapp talking to when they made Computer Love in 1985?
Right.
I still want to know. Who gonna call in and give me the best answer?
So give them a backup because we had some audio complications and we are good to go. So let's start over, refresh, give them a whole restart, and let everybody know what's going on with this thing.
So again, for those people that could not hear me due to an issue with the audio equipment at the time, let me just go back to what I was saying here. Okay. So again, my thought process as I was driving in this morning. On my way in to do this wonderful award-winning flagship show,
yes,
the Male Review.
Yes.
The Apple computer debuted in 1984. The first ISP or internet service provider came out in 1985. It was called The World, okay, at the time.
The World.
The first web browser, which is like, Internet Explorer, Netscape, and all that kind of stuff, that came out in 1990. It was rebranded Nexus. And later on, of course, you know how browsers have gone since then. We got Google Chrome and so on and so forth. But the song Computer Love debuted in 1985. And what I can't understand is who this song was for. So if you could call in and tell me what your best interpretation of who they were talking to and what they was talking about. Did Roger come from the future?
Yeah.
You
didn't get it? Dude, Zapp.
Okay, Zapp. That sounds like a future word, right?
He zapped in from the future.
He zapped in from the future. Like, I'm going to drop this on y'all.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go.
Just a little sprinkle.
Just a sprinkle.
Let you see what's going to be coming on around here.
Anybody who knows Shirley Murdoch or Uncle Charlie Wilson, can you have them call in? We can't ask Roger because Roger's gone to the ancestors. Rest his soul, my man. But Charlie Wilson and Shirley Murdoch, I know y'all out there. I know y'all could tell me. Give me some insight. Anybody that calls in to give me the best answer of what they think as to what they were talking about. 678-813-1113.
Yes, sir.
678-813-1113. We are live. We are hot on YaleRadiocast.com.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, while I wait for y'all to go ahead and give me the best answer, because I really do want to hear it, because I need to know this, because that's my jam. That's my one of my favorite songs.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen.
That song, come on.
You can't help but move, man. Listen.
When the beat drop.
When you hear that, boom. The minute you hear it, it drops on the one, baby. It drop in the spine. It make everything go ahead and move.
Hey, everything.
Boom. Hey, that's when your auntie be like, hey. That's
auntie,
that song.
what you doing?
I know, auntie. What you doing, man? Look here. Look here. Don't worry about auntie. Auntie got that. But that was the jam, and everybody loves that song. So anyway, circling back, we were going to talk a little bit about, so Darryl and I, we had these conversations throughout the week, in our inbox, because, men have things that we need to talk about. Yes, surprisingly, we do actually speak to each other.
Yes, we do.
And we do have conversations. What we were talking about.
It's not just a template that I pull out the closet when it's time for me to do the show.
Exactly.
Mark L is not hung up in the closet.
No, not in the closet. Not at all, sir. Not in the closet. I'm out.
I'm
here and I'm near. I'm here and I'm near. I'm out. But anyway, one of the things that we talked about was it came up. Somebody posted a meme about every time a man shows emotion, how people make fun of it. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, we talk a lot about mental health. And one of the major things that plagues men, I think, and specifically black men, I definitely think that, is our capacity to deal with the days and basically how we deal with everything that's going on around us. I mean, we deal with children, we deal with family members, we deal with relationships, we deal with work, we deal with neighbors, we deal with a host of different things. You deal with your neighbors? I mean, okay, back in my day, young man, we dealt with neighbors too. Because, sometimes you might be parked in front of the neighbor's house, neighbors get to feeling some kind of way. Or, you borrowed somebody's weed whacker and they ain't pay. You ever had somebody borrow something from you so long, you got to borrow it back?
No, I don't.
Okay, Diamond don't do that. No. You just go and kick people's doors and
I just don't let nobody borrow.
But see, this is what I'm talking. You just don't let them borrow. Okay, well, right.
Somebody knocked on the door about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Hey, Shaw, can I use y'all internet? Man, if you don't get the
use our internet,
yes, goofy motherfucker.
No. Not unless you want to bring me $5 a day, I'm gonna change the password.
Begging ass Felicia face ass.
Felicia, get your Felicia face ass.
Get your Felicia face ass off my goddamn.
But you see, now you hear dialing, right? See, that sounds like a mental health crisis. Because I can't figure out why you thought that was cool to come knock on my door to ask me to borrow my internet.
Right.
So, in dealing with that, sometimes men, we do have emotions. And no, we've basically been trained to not show them because men are not supposed to show emotions. So as the years have gone by, people keep saying men keep stuff so bottled up and this is why y'all are so messed up. And these are things I'm hearing. I'm not saying anybody specific, but these are things I hear. Men are so messed up, they're not able to show their emotions, or they need to show their emotions. They need to grow past, they need to get over it. Okay, so as of late, we've had some serious things that have happened to men. We'll just talk about celebrities. Mm-hmm. There was the Tyrese video where Tyrese was having a problem dealing with child support.
Don't take my baby drama. From me.
Don't take my baby away from me.
What more do you want from me?
What more do you want from me? And he was crying. And I can't front. I laughed too because I thought it was hilarious.
I never laughed.
I laughed, but it wasn't about the child support thing. It was more so you took the time to actually go and record this on a video live. Because that's not something I would do. You see what I'm saying? That's what I giggled about. But I understood where he was coming from. Don't get me wrong. But other people also laughed. Now, then we had Will Smith. Mm-hmm. We had the thing that happened with the Jada Pinkett Smith and the August Alsina thing.
Right.
Okay? The entanglement. Y'all, I know everybody remembers the whole story about the entanglement, right?
A lot of people laughed at Will.
A lot of people laughed at Will.
I didn't laugh.
I saw his face. I didn't laugh about it. I just think that that was a weird form to have that conversation.
Right.
But it was for ratings. They did it for the line. But I think it was still a really personal thing.
Kanye West had a mental breakdown.
Kanye West has been having a mental breakdown for some years.
Right.
And all people can say is Kanye's just crazy. That's ever since his mama died. Okay, grief is a fucking real thing though.
Right.
My mama passed away, and I can tell you, my family told me probably with 5-6 years into my mother passing, I was still in grief because there were some things that they looked at and said, that's a little weird for you to do. You might still be in grief. And I keep telling them, I'm not really in grief, but could I be? Could I be? I might be.
I could be.
I could be.
Why can't I be?
Bitch, I might be.
Bitch, I might be. Bitch, I am.
Bitch, I am grieving. I miss my mama every day. So this is the truth. I'm gonna tell you a real cool story too. I'm gonna drop a jewel. One of Mark L's jewels on the day. I'm gonna tell you this jewel came directly from my big brother, but we'll chat about that. But and what was the other thing that you saw about? Was there another meme where they had a brother they've taken and taken them out of context? Or
I mean,
there's so many.
It's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them.
I posted that meme with Kanye, and just to get a reaction.
Okay.
To talk about.
Just to discuss it.
I love the comments.
What did the comments say? Because here's where I'm going with this, and let's just here's where we're going with this. So you say that men are this monolith.
Yes.
And they cannot
emotionally
disconnected or emotionally unavailable.
Yes.
But when we show emotion, it becomes fodder,
We're soft, we're weak, we're bitches, we bitch niggas, we don't understand or we're soft.
Know how to man up.
Men are weaker than women, men are softer than women. Then they'll use stuff like this as an example to ha that man's moment.
Correct.
They ha Jay-Z when he was getting slapped by Solange.
So I kicked in the elevator.
Yeah, in the elevator.
Correct. But nobody said anything about the abuse.
Right.
Like somebody else was in the elevator.
Yeah, somebody else was in the elevator.
I seen a woman get. I mean, she caught a right. That was
Ray Rice. Ray Rice did a whole job on his woman.
Right, and that was big news.
So Jay-Z gets laughed at, and I'm like, do y'all not get the position? I don't know what you take me as, or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. Or I went from rags to riches. I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. So he could take that.
And also, don't forget my other favorite line from him.
What?
If I shoot you, I'm brainless. If you shoot me, you famous.
Yeah.
What's the nigga to do?
Yes.
So, in using that and thinking about that, what is it? What is it that people can say to a man? What is it that you could say to a man that makes him feel like the world is a safe enough place for him to reveal those emotions?
I don't think there is.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
My question was earlier in the week, who do men vent to?
Yeah, who do they vent to?
That was another thing I posted. So, and I've been going in this week, huh?
Yeah. You've been posting some stuff.
I think I'm a little I'm probably...
Are you near fire? Or are you close to fire? Or are you on fire?
I'm not on fire.
You're not on fire.
Are
Okay,
you
not
on fire?
This is just a discussion.
It may get there.
It could.
Yeah, my next post that I put up is, let me go down through it. 'Cause black men, who do you vent to?
That's a good question. Who do we vent to?
I put the dark and the mirror. Another comment was the dark. One guy said, my smoke. and those who will listen, iron sharpens iron. One guy said, my podcast audience, shout out to Dr. Evil Genius.
Right on.
Trapper John, the hand.
He vents to the hand. Now we laughing, but I need y'all to understand what this says.
Is that not? I need to get this stress off me.
You know what? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Go ahead and blow it away.
Tired of this shit.
I know, right? But listen to these statements from men, and y'all tell us.
And I got one answer from Brother Stephen Joyner.
What's the good answer?
My wife, even if she's the subject, she's my best friend.
Wow, that's good. Now,
shout out to Big Steph. He called in last week.
Let me talk a little bit about that. So I absolutely understand what he's saying, because now one thing I'll do with my loves, if I have an issue that I feel like I need to talk about and I really do want to discuss it, I will ask them to put on their friend hat for me. Do you know what that means, to put on a friend hat? That means I need you to come down out of the relationship space, where if I mention a woman's name, I'm not going to get my head tore off if I'm having a problem with the lady. But I need you to put your friend hat on, and I need you to be my friend today. And I got to admit, I make some amazing choices for the ladies that I date, and a lot of them are able to put their friend hat on and listen to me talk sometimes. I do like that they do offer support, and I also love it when they are just there to listen to me,
right,
which is great.
I think, that's a...
Do you have people like that in your life that you could really vent to? I mean, I know you vent in the dark. I know that most of us will vent in the dark because, again, I've said this on many a show. The misogyny that y'all talk about, the misogyny that is brought up constantly, the mansplaining.
We created it.
We created it, though. Not just men. Right. We all created or perpetuated it in some way.
Right.
So it's not just a man problem or a woman problem. It's a people problem.
Well, let's just get straight to the meat of it. I ain't got no time to really play
Okay,
with
go ahead.
Yeah, let's just say, what's the number one problem of our frustrations? Let's just go ahead out there and say it's the women in our lives, the women that surround us, it's the women we love, or the women that we just have something to do with. We've been everybody deals with the world.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with bills.
Correct.
But exclusively in relationships, we deal with that person next to us.
Correct.
Which most of the time may be the opposing sex, sometimes same sex.
Or a woman.
Or a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's just because Women in the Mic did a show about mental health and suicide in men, possibly about a year ago now. You know, somewhere around that. Go to Yale Radiocast on YouTube, and that show is still there. And I actually was streaming on over 25 platforms.
And we're on everything.
10-year anniversary, baby. Celebrate with us.
Gold standard.
And they interviewed 3 guys. They had 3 guys call in.
Yeah.
That all 3 of those guys attempted suicide.
Okay.
And each guy's reason behind their attempts were centered around their relationships and the struggles within that relationship. No, of course, they said some things about dealing with this at work and dealing with this in the world and dealing with this at work. The problem comes in when you look to that person to the right or left of you to be a comfort zone.
That's the thing. The safe space.
The safe space.
Do men have a safe space?
The peace of mind. Look here. I call that household of mine the fortress of solitude.
Correct.
And I don't care what goes on. I don't need nothing interrupting my solitude.
Right.
Okay? So when I come home and I need this, my home, my humble abode to be, just like you said, my safe space, I need that at all times. Because just like Superman, I got to refreshing myself to go back out into this world.
To deal with the arrows and shit.
To deal with fucking Bizarro out there, huh?
Yeah. Bizarro. Sometimes, but you open the door, Bizarro come in the house.
Bizarro coming in. Oh, my God.
No, shout out to Bizarro out there.
Shout out to
Bizarro. We're sorry, but you got a point. A safe space. What denotes a safe space? Now you know my old school thought process is maybe a pick a busted. If you don't know how to pick a safe space, because listen, think about it.
Because everybody has a different safe space.
We military trained.
Yes.
So when you're thinking about life and death, and you're thinking about a safe space, right? If you're gonna take cover, you're not gonna take cover behind something that's got holes in it, because you don't want them to see you.
Right.
Because you could get your ass shot off. Right.
Right. Definitely.
Okay. So when we think about safe space, we think covered, protected.
Mm-hmm.
If necessary, able to throw fire out and not get hit. Right.
Right.
There's always a chance, but the chance is lessened. So when we think about safe space in the real world, when we think about that, our partners are safe space.
That's supposed to be your safe space.
That should be your safe space.
You should be your safe space. So circling back to their show, each one of those guys basically deal with the world and come back here, and then it's more stress from the mate. And I'm not putting everything on women, because I said this all the time. A lot of our shit is self-imposed.
It is. It's self-inflicted, absolutely.
By the mistakes that we make as men.
Correct.
But are we not allowed to try to resolve those mistakes, or even deal with them, or even get past them? It's like, and I've said this on the flip side. Women say whatever they go through with us men, and I'm quick to say, well, didn't you choose that dude?
Correct. It's a picker thing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So on our side, maybe I chose that situation with that woman. Now, how do we actually work on the resolution of our mate, our issues with who we are with, who we lay down with? And that is where you're supposed to find that safe space. You're supposed to be able to say, baby, this is my problem. This is what with you, motherfucker.
This is my problem with you.
Say motherfucker with me, Mark.
This is my problem with you,
motherfucker.
Maggot farmer.
Maggot.
I'm not finna say that motherfucking shit.
Look.
This is my problem with you,
motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Very well.
Yes.
Very
Way
well.
to go.
Gotcha.
See, grow the Yale Radiocast.
At Yale Radiocast. But no, I got you. But okay, so here's what I'm thinking about. Mm-hmm. In the spirit of that, if my problem is with you as my mate,
that's where we pick it up at.
How do we establish this is a safe space? Because again, men who show emotion, like I can't think. I probably had a crying jag in front of somebody be twice in life since I've been a grown up. Now, you know, as a kid, of course, you know, everything make you cry when you're a kid. They kick your ass. Boy, pick yourself up. Man up. Dust yourself off. You'll be fine. You scrape your knee, you'll be fine. Well, as a grown up, as a grown man, I probably have had a crying jack in front of somebody. And what I mean by in front of is not necessarily physically in front of them, but a break. I mean, a full on break where I'm sobbing. Right? This shit happens. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not one to tell you I've been a man and no. That shit upsets me. My mother passing was devastating. Yes. My grandmother passing was devastating to me. Things that have happened to me, not even deaths. You know, deaths are kind of where people kind of give you a little leeway to be sad. Oh, that's his mama. This is only mama. You know, this is his only grandmother. This is his only family. You get a little leeway to do that when you're a man. However, in certain other situations, relational dynamics, I've had a crying jack. And I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little bit of soul on me because you know, brother be sensitive sometimes. I was trying to date this young lady. I was crazy about her. Man, I liked her so much, and she played me like a fiddle. Like I'd want to go see her. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call you later." Never call and all this stuff. And I don't know what it is about that irked me to the point where they turned me into a mess at 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to tell you, and you know, forgive me for being misogynistic, ladies, but as a man, I got to tell you what I did. Now, I was hurt. I was destroyed. I was awful. I called my ex-wife at 4:30 in the morning. And I was sobbing, boo-hooing, because I couldn't understand why she was playing me. Am I too old? Am I this? Am I that? What's wrong with me? What's the problem?
Yeah.
And my ex-wife said, "Baby, are you taking off work today?" I said, No. I'm going to work because the bill still got to be motherfucking paid. So
right.
The man in me kicked up. So I was in the parking lot at my job about 4 hours early. But I went to work. I did go to work because I knew I'd be able to get myself together before I had to go in at 8. But it was 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
But I'm saying I've had things that reduce me to those moments. And I only feel comfortable doing that in front of people that I trust. I only feel comfortable doing that in front of people that I trust. That's my safe space. That's where I find it for a safe space.
Miss Phoenix, I agree with you. What you said, Mark L. Let your mate know that you need them to be friend at that moment.
Yes.
See,
what's your take on that?
I mean, that's 100% true, but I've seen men, whenever they do have that weak moment, get called soft.
Or
by the mate.
Or worse, they may be there and be your safe space for that moment, but when they get mad at you later,
oh, crying pussy,
right?
Oh, soft pussy.
But that's why I
ain't
put
got
that
no
caveat. I need,
baby, you need me to go to the store for your ass. You need some tampon.
Lord have mercy. But that's why I say I need you to be my friend right now.
Right.
I need you to be my friend right now because I need you to understand.
It depends on how you met that person. Does that person know how to be your friend? Did you meet them as a friend, or did you meet them as a lot of these relationships go as a sexual relationship that turned into a relationship? And a friendship never really developed with that person. So a lot of times you've never had you didn't have a chance to come to that person who is your mate as a friend first, because you didn't meet them as a friend first.
Right. Okay,
you met them as a sexual partner first, and it's based on a lot of that stuff now is based around this is what you are to me.
Right.
A lot of times the being honest, the woman chooses the man to be the support factor for her, and she sees him as that support factor, which is a good thing, but you know, she didn't see him as somebody that I can support him, because my support to him is
I got you. You ain't even got to say it, but I feel you.
Okay.
Well, I'm different. I'm cut different in that when I meet the young ladies that I date, I prefer to start out from a level of friendship.
Right.
Because here, if I can't sit in a room with your ass for 8 hours and watch TV and be cool, I don't want nothing else beyond that. I don't, because if I can't stand you, I don't want to be around you.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
It's just the reality.
Phoenix. Well, that's the wrong mate. If they truly understand, they would not do that. Yeah,
This is true.
In theory, Phoenix.
In theory,
In
yes.
theory.
In theory.
In
And
theory.
again, it goes back to the picker question.
Yeah.
Is your picker busted? How did you pick this person?
In theory, is a lot of stuff we all supposed to do that we ain't doing, man and woman.
True.
I mean, for our mates. In
True.
theory, sometimes nobody, because I mean, we got to go into the upbringing on both sides. This woman
That's a
was
lot.
probably, women base the man that they want possibly more than likely off the man that they've had around them coming up. They daddy, they brothers, blah, 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 blah.
Correct.
So if a woman actually sees the man paying all the bills, she doesn't understand the concept where
Of a man going 50-50.
Going 50-50.
What is that?
When she probably don't even know, your daddy had to ask mama for help a lot.
Correct.
Because what y'all don't get is Pops had a man, how big was gambling in our community back in the 60s,
Huge.
70s, and 80s?
The numbers.
Pops was blowing
And
all the
lotto-
goddamn money.
Especially when the lotto hit. When the lotto became legal.
Man, Pops was blowing every dollar, and sometimes the children never saw that because everything wasn't based off of, just like you said, everything wasn't on social media back then. We
Correct.
didn't even have that, so everything
But
that
that
we
little
know
bad
now,
money that he gave mama to put to the side,
Yeah.
he might have to go back and go get it.
right? Or she already knew this motherfucker. He's stupid. He come in home. Give me your money.
Yep, give me
with
all your money,
Yeah. And all you knew was Pops is handling everything.
Correct.
So now you're dealing with a situation with a man, and you're holding him to a standard based off what you grew up thinking is so, when it may not even be that. Not even just money. You probably don't even know your brothers or your dad or your granddaddy cried a fucking lot because he didn't do it in front of you.
Correct. He couldn't. 'Cause-
Mom saw it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on what his picker was.
Maybe. Mom saw it. Come on, man. If you gonna see a breakdown, maybe not in year 1, 2, 3, but it's somewhere down the
there's
line.
gonna be a breakdown.
There's gonna be an emotional breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And we want some call-ins on these topics. 678-813-1113. Call in and let us know what you think about men and mental health.
Correct.
And how we do handle things, and how are we allowed to handle things.
Correct. Because, I got to say, most of the women in my life, if they go to pieces, I'm there to provide support. I've always been like that. Throughout my life. If you're upset and you're having an emotional moment, and it's not something I'm going to bring up later, like, you remember you was crying that time? It's not like that. But are men allowed to do the same thing?
No.
Is the main question. You don't
No.
think so?
No.
I'm gonna say it really does depend on the company you keep. Now, okay, here's another question. Here's a good one. I want the men folk to call in on this.
I want the brothers to call in.
I want the brothers and the sisters to call in.
Let me raise some men.
Yep, but check this out. Are men allowed to have breakdowns in front of other men?
Definitely. That's the crazy thing.
Are we?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. Because we understand
it's
us.
a dance though, but it's a dance.
No.
Tell me the last time you seen a man literally break down in tears in front of you that wasn't a funeral.
Some months ago.
Okay.
Some months
Over
ago.
relationship.
Over misunderstandings.
Okay. Misunderstandings. All right.
I've seen brothers break down over misunderstandings with each other. I've seen brothers break down over just the fact of not being able to hold.
Because
Okay, so
we all got some raw
so
emotions.
the
in us.
most, I just had to have a conversation with my own son.
Okay.
Maybe about 3 months ago.
Okay.
He lost his job. Devin's only 21 years old.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the world.
Yeah, boy.
He got a lady at home. He knows.
No job.
Based off of society, as the man, you take care of the household. He lost his job and he can't hold everything down. This lady, Julie, shout out to Julie. She's holding everything down. And then, I called him when he called me about his pressure. He inboxed me.
Okay.
And I called him. I video chat him. He's in the car crying.
Okay. All right. And what were your first words to him? Honestly. Straight up. What were your first words to him?
Go ahead and let it out.
Good man.
Go ahead and let it out.
Good man.
You going to be all right.
Good man.
Devin, understand, you got a long road. You're 21 years old, son. You're going to have a lot of these moments.
Yes.
It's okay. I've always said that. While we here, I used to argue with the baby mama about that shit. Stop crying like a little boy. Stop telling my son he can't fucking cry.
Correct. You gonna raise an asshole. You gonna raise an asshole.
Well, he gonna be that. Look at his dad.
I mean, but but give him a chance. Give him a chance to make another choice.
You know what I'm saying? So that moment, and I was so worried for him because he's still trying to figure out how this world works.
Correct.
And I'm letting him know that this world ain't gonna give nothing to you, son.
Correct.
So go ahead and have your moment.
Don't stay there though.
Don't stay there though. Get back on that horse and go looking.
Correct.
Go find something.
Correct.
Go create your own thing. So I started talking about his talents and the things that he can do to make money instead of expecting somebody to give something to him.
Okay.
Because you might not find a job.
Then what you gonna do?
So he's creating his own sources of income right now.
Excellent.
Through his talents and skills.
That's excellent.
The future of Yale Radiocast is here.
You see, it came from a breakdown that was repaired.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so
good.
and it just once again, so I think and it should be everybody, but men understand what men go through.
Okay.
So a man is comfortable crying in front of a man or breaking down in front of a man because unfortunately the woman doesn't even know or understand. May go through it as well, but now how we deal with it. Just like we don't deal with possibly being cheated on, like how women emotionally absorb it.
It's just a lot of, and I'm gonna say this. It's a lot of, and I say punk ass dudes, and I'm gonna say that.
We can say that
because I feel like this. These dudes that I've heard, that I've been reading about in the news stories, I've never, and I don't know. It's just because the internet. I've never heard so many stories of a woman rejects man's advance, ends up murdered, killed, kidnapped. Abused because you told him no.
But
I don't know if it's men suddenly are more emotionally unstable and can't get
that's
that
the
stuff
world
out.
though. That's just that, but we're dealing with an emotionally unstable world right now.
This
You
is
know what I'm saying?
correct.
So it's not, I don't even think it's just men. And plus this goes back to the trauma of men. Now we're dealing with men who came up with the same concept of patriarchal manhood,
Correct.
but in a softer generation where you're told you're special. I hate this generation. I hate this world. Everybody think they fucking special. Ain't nobody special in this bitch. Ain't nobody special. I'm sorry to break it down.
I could dig it.
What make you think that you're any more special
Than the
or
next
than the next person where you think that you deserve? That's what this social media thing has created.
Correct.
Everybody wants to be exclusive. It's all about who likes me, who likes my
Who
post,
likes me
who
more.
likes my who's my following. And if a motherfucker, I done seen a motherfucker only get 5 likes on a picture and she done deleted the picture.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be treated so exclusively special. And now, but men, we're still men.
Okay.
We're softer, but we still got the reaction. Now, you told me no. You told me no.
Me.
My mama told me I'm special.
And how come you can't see it?
My mama told me I'm special. She can't see. What you mean I look like a giraffe? My mama told me I'm handsome.
Oh my God. And then you go back to that. And
Yep.
then we end up in that space.
Right.
So here's the killer part about it though. The thing about it is, what could have been done to allow them to kind of work through that?
Nothing.
What could have been done?
What should have been done? What could have been? Well, it's a lot of could have been.
Because what I think that starts with, okay, so and I think what you said to your son is a great thing. And my son, my youngest son, he is much like his father. We are both very tearful. So things that affect us emotionally, where we won't necessarily break down and cry, boo-hoo, jag, it leaks out of our eyes. We're so full of emotion or anger, depending on what's going on at the moment. I think you're breaking a generational curse, because I came from the generation where my father, okay, just a little story, I used to get into scraps in the neighborhood, which led to me becoming, a little better, because, you get in a fight, you get your ass whooped, or you whoop some ass. One of the two things happens in the neighborhood. But when I got into fights, I was a sensitive child. I didn't appreciate the fighting. Why are we fighting? We're supposed to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be upset. And my father would say things to me like, you better get your ass out there and fight. You a man. You ain't no little girl. These are the boy. I got a dress in my closet for you if you want to be a little girl. And I literally thought for some years my dad had a dress in the closet. So I did learn how to avoid wearing that dress, though. I'm gonna tell you.
And go
that.
figure. Nowadays, Markel wears kilts. You knew I was gonna do it.
Kilts.
You knew I was gonna do it.
But not a dress, sir. Not a dress.
Yeah,
not a dress.
What? It's the number of pleats. Okay.
It's not a dress. You know what? I'm wearing a kilt to your wedding, motherfucker. Now, here we go. So, anyway, my point being, so you're breaking a generational curse when you allow your child to be emotional, but instead of just saying you're not being a man by all this crime, what you're saying is you're allowed to have your emotions, but you should not stay there.
Right.
If more of us did that, I'm thinking, how would this world be? How would we be able to deal with that? I don't think things like making memes about Tyrese and Will Smith, I don't think any of those things would actually happen if we actually embraced as a world that people are allowed to have their emotions.
Yeah, I actually saw one of my close friends actually have a breakdown. He I wouldn't say he pulled a Tyrese, but he went to social media with his relationship issues, and he did a whole 2-hour stream about what happened with him and his lady, and and his thing was.
What was he seeking, though? What was he seeking?
He was just trying to make her happy.
I mean, what was he seeking by doing this live? What was he trying to get? Like somebody to say, it's okay?
I think what happened is a lot of times we make our relationship public, right?
Okay.
So we get everybody involved in our lives to the point that we now have to explain the shit that we show to everybody.
I miss the days when your relationship was your damn business.
But we've all done that for the most part. Yeah. And it ain't even got to be like, hey, we doing a video together, although that was going on in their relationship.
Okay.
It could just be a picture. For example, me and my lady, every now and then we
take
go
a picture
out,
together.
We show a picture together.
Right.
Let the world see it. Everything is perfect in the world of Dylan and Phoenix. Let everybody think, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they see. They see we go on the trips to here, we go on cruises, we going to New Orleans, we going to the cabins, we go out to the club and we shaking the tail feather, we doing doing all the fun stuff. So that is the perception of our relationship.
That's the perception of everybody's.
That's everybody's perception. So now we know that because everybody, oh my God, y'all my favorite couple, and oh my God, y'all just look so perfect together, and we see this constantly. Let the breakup happen. What happened?
Of course.
It was Dylan. It had to be Dylan. I told her. So now Dylan got to go over it. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I got to tell you.
It was a mutual decision.
It was a so now we've involved everybody into our lives a little bit that. I mean, shit, we done called our wedding the wedding of I done named the wedding the wedding of the decade.
That is correct.
Humorously. And I'd be dead if I look up and I see a Facebook post about the wedding of the decade. I was like, whoa, you did that for real?
I was only kidding. But I mean it, but I'm just saying.
I mean it, but I didn't.
I ain't mean it.
That's real hard to live up to for real.
Right, because then everybody gonna be talking about the wedding of the decade.
Now everybody want to come to the wedding of the decade. I got people who I don't want to be there talking about they gonna be there at the wedding of the decade.
Right.
Don't wedding of the decade me when you ain't talked to me in a decade.
In a whole decade, right. But I got your point. So in his video for a 2-hour stream, he was seeking what? Validation?
Condolence, validation. He just explained. I didn't ask what he seeked. I just saw
a man in pain.
A young man in pain. And I would say probably from my perspective, more confused. Because the verbiage was really trying to be what that woman needs. And sometimes you may fall short.
That's true.
And you lose yourself in those attempts.
You said something right there. hold that thought. Lose yourself. 9 times out of 10, a man that falls into an emotional state based on his relationship is usually because he has lost himself somewhere.
Right.
I know this.
Right.
You know this.
Yeah. Right.
It's because you want your mate to see you through a certain lens.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of what you were talking about to your son's point.
Right.
Here you are in our misogynistic way in the world and patriarchy. We believe we're supposed to take care of the house.
Definitely.
So when a man loses the job, how you going to take care of the house when you ain't got no money?
Right.
That's emotional. That makes you emotional because it makes you challenge. It makes you question your very manhood.
It makes you question your manhood.
It makes you question
That's
your
how
manhood.
Devin felt. Like, Devin, don't come down. I kept on saying, son, don't look down on yourself. You still are who you are.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't let a situation control you.
You're just a man with a situation.
With a situation.
You're not less of a
go through
man.
it.
You're just a man with a situation.
I always use my examples as the best example.
They are.
You know,
because experience is the best teacher.
Because experience is the best teacher. Son, you remember that? Remember you was staying with me, man. I lost my job.
Right.
That's why you went back home, because I lost my job. You was with me.
I had to try to sink. I had to try to swim.
So, but look at me where I'm at now.
Right.
It was just a moment for me.
Correct.
You can't control that moment. You could just try to fight to get your way out of that shit. Was
Correct.
basically what, you know what I'm saying? But what I felt is this young man was trying to really just, he said that trying to be what she wanted, you know what I'm saying, finances, he was working, but he wasn't making enough money, and he was trying to do all this that she wanted, and never did anything that he wanted to do. Ooh.
Listen, you just said that. That's a killer. No, that's a killer.
I know.
Because when we talk about it's strange. I know it sounds weird, but it's the truth. Let's just assume you didn't need a relationship. Let's just assume you didn't need a relationship as a man. You do all the things for yourself. You take care of all your stuff. You might be emotional about some things that didn't quite go the way that you wanted, but you can think about how it goes. I think a lot of our emotions are wrapped up in what it looks like. But then, is it what it looks like to the world, or what it looks like to those that are in our immediate space?
The immediate space.
That's what it is, ain't it?
The immediate space.
Because if I don't feel that I look like a man to you in my immediate space.
What if that person, whatever you think you're doing is pretty good, and it's still not good enough for them? That's the problem.
Who has not felt like that? It's not good enough.
I feel like that shit every day.
Every day.
I was surprised this motherfucker said yes.
It's not good enough. Because, but see, is that us trying to view ourselves through our partner and what we think they think about us, or is it how we feel about ourselves in relationship to that partner?
As opposed to their expectations.
Okay. That makes perfect sense to me. So I tell you what.
Call in, y'all. Where the hell y'all at?
I'm saying, ain't nobody told me where Computer Love came from yet neither, or how they came up with the concept. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I'm feeling emotional about this. So I tell y'all what.
Yeah, he gonna cry when he get in the
I'm
car.
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when I get in the car. I'm gonna play that song again, though. Again, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for joining us again today. We're gonna take a little teeny tiny break. We're gonna just go ahead and pay some bills right quick. But tell you what, when we come back, I'm gonna drop that jewel on y'all I was telling y'all about. It actually made me emotional. It was something I got from my older brother, it was completely unexpected. I'll tell y'all about it when we come back. Again, thank you for tuning in today to the Male Review, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Stay tuned.
Feels so good to be alive. It's just to breathe, just to see. Yeah, so good to be blessed. Yeah, listen, so good to be blessed in a world full of stress. This is how I keep my head up, I live to give. Cause mama said, baby, when you're grown, the Lord will never leave you alone. And I'm so thankful that you gave me breath. One more day so I can live what's left. This is when you know you got favor. One more chance to praise the Savior. So ready to see my kids grow up. The most beautifulest thing in this world, what's up? I see you in the middle of the troubled times, good times. Lord, we on your time. Peace be still. How many people in the world know he's real? Hey, you brought me from a mighty long way. Hey, living in the world, Lord, every day. I know you ain't finished with me yet. I'ma cross that road when you say I'm ready. Still I'm blessed. Lord, still I'm blessed. Would feel so good if you didn't understand the pain in your neighborhood every day, hoping you can make a change with the man in the mirror. He ain't the same. A hard head can make you learn a lesson. That's a true confession. If you don't know, it's time to be a blessing to the people you meet in the streets, the homeless begging to eat. It's time to be a better neighbor. Hey, can you walk like a savior? I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody to sweep around your own front door before you come knocking for more. You see, love is the answer. We can heal the world and save the girl. Listen, cause heavy is the head that wears the crown. They can't hold God down, cause life ain't nothing but a testimony. But still I ride to the heaven only with my hands stretched out. It's so good to be blessed. It's so good. So good to be blessed. So good to be blessed. It's so good to be blessed. So good to be blessed. Father, I'd like to say thank you. I could see it in their eyes when they were talking to me that they were walking in the valley of death. This young mother and her daughter, and I was compelled. I could not walk away. I had to go and be a blessing to them. So thank you, Father. So good to be blessed. So good to be blessed. It's so good to be blessed. So good to be blessed. So good to be blessed. So good to be blessed.
Graduated from the streets, I know the game. That on everything. She cold, I don't fuck with your lane. That on everything. Champagne bubbling like champagne. That on everything. Hard stack that money like a bank. That on everything. I've been on my independent shit. Masters in my ownership. Wifey said she need a car, we heading to the dealership. Partner said he needs some raw, I'm back up on my dealer shit. He said he got a bad hand, I ain't need a dealer hit. On these packs, I'm killing it. Rappers is a killer kid, I'm from the
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Boss Lady, aka the Russell Queen. Catch Russell Hard Radio live every Saturday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Yale Radiocast.
This that pimp talk, this that pimp talk. So you know just what we doing, so you know just what we doing. This that pimp talk, yeah. This that pimp talk. So let's get straight to it. So let's get straight to it. Man, what's up, man? It's Young Pimp Slim, man. Welcome to motherfucking Pimp Talk, man. We gonna drop knowledge and do all that other shit, man. We ain't come with no hate shit. We gonna speak real shit, no matter what the fuck. Hey, you don't believe me? Check it out, man.
Hey, it's your girl, K Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to YaleRadiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with Yale Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get the gold standard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Gentleman Club's Blog Talk. I go by the name of Byron Anthony.
This is your man, Quavo Latte.
On the Gentleman Club's Blog Talk, we talk about life, relationships.
We talk about sex, edges, dipping that cat in the water sometimes. It's vital that you do that, ladies.
That's the type of things that we talk about on the Gentleman Club Blog Talk.
Y'all can listen to us on YouTube, on Facebook. I mean, we some of everywhere.
Me, my guy Quavo Latte, my guy Booby Jackson, Carlos, and Mike. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
You don't want to miss it. You're guaranteed to laugh.
This is the Gentleman Club's Blog Talk on Yale Radiocast.
I'm Kay Chantel, owner and operator of Kay's Divine Beauty Line, a customizable hair care line just for you. All of my products are made to promote healthy scalp, growth retention, and shine, plus more. All of the ingredients used fit your hair care journey, no matter whatever it may be. My line also fits all hair types. So if you have thick hair, coarse hair, fine hair, whatever it is, I can create something just for you. So make sure you get yours today. K Divine's Beauty Line, here for your hair care journey.
You already know what time it is, man. It's your favorite campaign, Presidency Worthy. Vote for me, man. Vote for me, please. I'm going to tell you why you should vote for me. Because we out here supporting black-owned businesses. Not only are we promoting black-owned businesses, but we are trying our best to put money back into the black community. We're going to give you an interview on the show so people can be able to showcase their business once a month. So if you have a business that you want to bring onto this platform, you don't have to spend not one dime. We're going to set up a raffle for them, and at the end of the month, we're going to announce the winner on Instagram, Rap Analytics 1 on Twitter, and Rap Analytics on Facebook. So definitely tune in, man. Rap Analytics, Presidential Worthy. You got to vote for me because I'm your favorite campaign, man. We out. Vote for me.
All right, y'all. Welcome back.
Horrible with the boards today.
Hey,
man.
nah, man. You know, the boards be tripping sometimes. It don't be you, dog. It's you don't have enough computer love.
Something not.
You need some computer love, man. You need some computer love. Digital love. Computer love. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome back to Yale Radiocast, the mail review on Saturday. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for enjoying us. As always, we definitely enjoy your participation. We in there. See now. See, look at that. He got a little computer love. Am I fuzzy?
Yeah, I'm working on it. There you go.
Bam! Bam! There he is. Look good now, y'all. Look good.
Blurry. It's like got some blur on the lens.
I could be blurry. I could be the blurry one.
All right. Trey Michaels, how you doing, man?
We doing good, Trey. You should call in. I thought I was gonna see you today, but it's all good. No worries. Thank you for tuning in as always.
Mark L is always singing, Trey.
Hey. Yeah, I am always singing. Lord,
this is.
I like music. I love.
Yeah, we're music guys. I think that's the basis for what has Yale Radiocast was created behind. I think everybody just enjoyment for music first and foremost.
That is correct. And so 10 years ago,
a friend of mine
asked me to play some MC. No, wait a minute. Okay. See how I tied that in? See how that rolled in?
Yes. Okay. But go ahead and tell Trey what we got going on. First of all, we need an answer to the question, Trey Michael.
Trey, can you tell me what was they thinking about? How did they come up with computer love in 1985 and computers was introduced in 84? And the first ISP didn't come out until 5 years later or so. What was how did they get there, Trey? Can you tell us? Trey will probably do some research and get back to us.
Trey's gonna have.
She's gonna have all the research.
Trey's gonna research right now.
I can hear the paper shuffling. Through the internet at this moment.
The three question marks on.
Yep,
That
is a great damn question. Let me look that up. But yes, so welcome back again, folks. And what we were talking about today was men's sensitivity, or the ability for us to be able to be sensitive.
If we're allowed to.
If we're allowed to be sensitive. If there's a real safe space for men outside of hiring a professional. Now, don't get me wrong, because we do have friends of the show. Mm-hmm. Therapist G is definitely one of our league of extraordinary gentlemen, one of the gentlemen in the league. And we do know that he does counseling. And so having a professional, someone who can listen to you vent, or someone whose ear you can bend, is a place that you can go. What I'm trying to figure out is, aside from that, what if we can't afford that? What if that can't happen? Do we have a place where we can do that?
Phoenix, no.
They were already using auto-tune back then, so there you go. So were they talking about the computer in the auto-tuner, Phoenix, that they were having love? They was loving. I don't want to know what kind of loving they was doing with computers, but let's see here. Trey Michael, in my world, there is a safe space for men to be vulnerable. That is a good thing, Trey Michael, because we often need that. The thing is, it is often difficult to vent to the one you love about the one you love. Hello. And so being able to offer that, to go ahead and offer that is a wonderful thing if you can offer that. And that's appreciated, I'm sure, by anyone in your sphere.
My God, these two ladies.
Phoenix, the military already has supercomputers. Yes, we already know the military.
Zap wasn't in the military.
The Zap was not in the military. Listen, so let me give y'all some background. Now, I taught internet classes, so I know the history a little bit about the internet and how it was created, and it was created for the military, and then it was created for giving to colleges. So I know the story, but what I'm trying to understand is, how did somebody say, I'm going to write this record and it's going to be about love on the computer?
Right.
When, maybe he had some money, so maybe he bought a computer, maybe he just said, I love the computer. But really, if you listen to the words, y'all look the words up to that song. Look the words up to that song. Trey Michael, men are human. Yes, we are human. We are very much human. And we are allowed to have emotions. We are allowed to have breakdowns. We're allowed to cry. I like to hope. I remember Michael Baisden. Shout out to Michael Baisden.
Yes.
He wrote a book a few years back called Men Cry in the Dark.
Yes.
And that's the thing, because
that was basically that's why my answer was on that post. What
in the dark?
Because I relate that to that a lot.
I think we all do at some point.
Like me myself, whenever I'm having my issues, I go to the dark.
You need alone.
I look, and that dark may be a 3-minute dark. That dark may be all day dark.
Correct. You may have to go dark.
I may have to 0 dark 30.
0 dark 30. Trust it. 0 dark.
So,
yes.
Because it's like sometimes you feel like you don't even want to even bother the people around you with your problems. And that is in itself is another problem.
It is.
That you
feel like what you have
might
to say.
have some people around you that you could actually bring it to, but you still choose not to.
You don't want to burden them.
You don't want to burden them because of whatever they're dealing with. You're like, oh my God, this man, he already going through whatever he's going through with his family or kids. I can't talk to this man about this right now when I know blah, blah, blah is going on with him or her. So especially with our, we already try to hold a lot down within the household. So the last thing we want to do is say, hey, this may be a struggle.
Because we all this on you.
We have to actually make our position in the relationship as men, for the most part, is to make the woman feel secure, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to do that if we're about to present some unsecure shit to them.
Yeah. True.
So if I'm saying, if I already know my position is to maintain and build some foundation, and I gotta come to her with some things that may disrupt the foundation, that could potentially disrupt the relationship.
Correct.
And that's
a choice. That's a hell of a choice to make. Can I take this to this person without the fear of the relationship falling apart?
Falling apart. Trey Michael.
I do know that many people are not accepting of men showing emotions. Notice I said people, so I'm talking about all genders. This is how patriarchy has messed us all up, and that I agree.
Right.
Because
shout out to Trey, because she really, really goes into conversations about patriarchal views.
Yes, from a place that doesn't feel like we're being attacked.
Right.
It's just a discussion. Which is good.
Yeah.
I can have a discussion with you. You're gonna attack me. I'm gonna give you your ass. I'm gonna hand you your ass. I'm just you ain't gonna attack me. But no, that makes perfect sense, and that is correct. Some people are uncomfortable. I mean, I've seen other men fall into discomfort when talking. That's why I asked, were you able to talk to your son, or is there someone that's been able to break down in front of you?
I feel like I'm always
act like a man. That's Godfather.
No,
act like a man.
I feel like I as far as it relates to my son, I always have to be that person that he can come to, because the world is going to be unkind regardless, and he comes from me.
Yes.
It is my sole responsibility to let everybody who is in my circle feel some kind of form of comfort. Now, with me, that comfort may not always come in comfort verbiage.
Yeah.
But it is always...
It may not. The presentation may be all fucked up.
The presentation at times will be fucked up.
To the point.
But at times, I kind of evaluate this moment.
To determine.
Mm-hmm. When I video chatted my son and saw him in the car crying, that wasn't that moment for that. Let's get off your ass, boy. God damn it, you about to be, you got that girl up. That wasn't that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times don't be that time. But if you mad about, whatever it may be, I think it's some bullshit. I'm like, man, shut the hell up. Get the fuck off this phone.
Get off my phone with that bullshit.
Get off my phone.
Shamika Jones. I agree with Trey Michael. Yes. Trey is very astute when she makes these statements. And to the point, Shamika, this is a thing that men do tend to try to take on all by themselves. And we don't realize, and I could be one, and that's kind of the point to what the jewel is I'm going to drop to you. A lot of times we don't realize that we're taking on all this stuff. And some of it's not necessary for us to do that.
Comment. I have 2 sons, y'all. I cannot do the male bashing thing.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm gonna go back to one of the other posts that I posted this week and read some of the comments that we had from that post. The post with the Tyrese and the Kanye breaking down emotionally.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna read some of those because I read the comments from the post about men crying in the dark or who do we vent to.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go back to that other post too.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead and pull that up. But yeah, that with the whole thing, and we talk about the male bashing, and we talk about men self-defeating prophecies, and how we all we preen and we stand up and we tell each other, you need to be a man, you need to do this, you need to do that. Being able to offer other males or other men in our sphere the ability to, hey, this burden is a lot.
Right.
I can feel how heavy it is. If you need to vent, let it out. Talk to me. Talk to us, brother.
Has it always worked for you though, man? Has it? Let's ask. Has it worked?
Has it worked? Well,
that's a conversation.
That is a hell of a conversation because
if it don't work, you're gonna actually say, I ain't doing all that because last time and then they really start talking shit about me.
True. And then also another conversation is there a point where you say, look, we talked about this already, like 3-4 times. When are you gonna make a choice and do the right thing, or when are you gonna make a decision and do something other than whining? Because now you whining.
Now that's when you got to turn up, right?
Now you whining because you already talked about this and I gave you the grace.
Well,
you still doing the same?
Last time you caught in the car back seat with the dudes and you still there. So what you want me to? I have been that guy.
Yeah,
I have been big bro.
I told you.
Well, wait, you moved her back in?
Why would you do that?
And then the not so nice conversations actually
follow. Your dumb ass.
With your stupid ass. I mean, you got pictures of 3.
Yeah, I'm saying. Choo. Your youngest son's name is Thomas. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but I got you. Where's the line though? So men do have the ability to break down.
Mm-hmm.
They should have the ability to talk to other men.
Right.
But at what point do you say, hey, look, you are clearly taking advantage of this.
This
and I'm tired of
talking.
And I'm tired of talking.
Right. I ain't gonna talk to you about this no more.
I'm not gonna talk to you about this no more. Now you need to seek some professional help at this point. Okay. Because things do come to a point where even with your mate, you can vent to them about a problem. Okay, so 2 things. Let me break out of that for 2 seconds. 2 things. 1, men technically are geared to be problem solvers, right? So when our mate comes to us,
in theory,
that's what. But I mean, it's just a very male. It's a very male thought process.
Most of us are problem causers, but
right, we do cause more problems than we solve most times. But usually when our mate, our significant other, brings something to us, we automatically go into problem solving mode.
Right.
How do we solve this problem?
Right.
Okay. Well, you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do this, because we're outside of it. We're not a part of it. That's one thing that we can do.
Right.
So then, when we go to people, are we seeking to solve a problem, or are we just seeking to vent?
I think we're seeking to vent, because how many times have we been the person to provide any kind of information, advice, or assistance, and they still do the dumb shit they gonna do anyways?
Correct.
And now you're like, I got a homeboy that always has some problems with him and his lady, and every other week
it's the same
problem.
That's crazy.
It's the same issue.
That's crazy.
I done been over there and I done sat into the house. I done sat in a chair in between both couches at 2:00 in the morning. Look here, you stupid motherfucker. Look here, you stupid motherfucker.
Both of y'all stupid.
Both of y'all stupid asses. Y'all got kids involved in y'all stupid ass shit because y'all like, I don't care how but the kid, yes, Dylan actually does have a little concern for kids.
Yes, of course.
when the parents are stupid. If the kid is going to be stupid, the kid is stupid. But when the parents are the causes of the stupidity of the kids, that's where my problem truly lies.
Right.
Okay, shout out to Shamika Jones. Everybody is responsible for doing their own inner work. That is totally true. I love that, sister.
Very true.
Let's go into the post, though, that we were speaking of, where this show kind of like is rooted from, when Tyrese has a mental breakdown online in regard to not seeing his daughter in 2 years. People laughed at him and he became a meme. True. When Kanye West had a mental breakdown on TV, people called him crazy and he too became a meme. True. The world watched Will Smith listen to his wife tell him live that she had an affair. People laughed at Will. He too became a meme. We are the blunt of the jokes of society, in a sense, you think? From time to time, the black man can be. So some of the comments. Let's go into some of the comments. Yeah. Let me click on the previous. D. Robbie, this world is a cold-blooded place. Talk to a therapist G. Shout out to Therapist G.
Shout out.
That man got him an online following. Talk to Therapist G and select few of your friends. Mark L. These are facts. Not only that, the first question was what he did.
What did he do?
Right. Yes. Let's go into that.
God. What did he do? Okay. I've seen people. Mm-hmm. I've seen people. They get lambasted for asking this question. What did she do? What did they do in order to arrive here?
Yes.
What did he do to make him cry like this? What did he do to put him in a situation to where now he's breaking down like this?
Look, man.
You can't ask that question.
Look, man.
In certain crowds, you can't ask that question. What did they do?
Let the woman stab the man.
Oh.
What did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do? I'm Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
A man walks in the house and killed his whole family and kids. My question will always be, well, what did she do?
What did they do?
I'd be like that. I'm that guy. I've always been that guy.
But is it a malicious question?
The way
is that a mean question to ask?
No, because the way my mind thinks is nobody truly just went to work, came home, and was
decided.
It was loading up a clip like, I think I want to kill everybody in the household today for no reason. Everything is rooted into by something. Okay,
gotcha.
So the way I analyze it, what caused him to want to shoot her first?
Right. Okay, gotcha.
No man has killed the kids first.
Right. Okay.
What caused him to do that?
Right. And then what
I always
the mental thought.
And let me back up. I'm not excusing it or saying it's okay because I know how sensitive y'all motherfuckers is.
Yeah.
When I actually analyze this, you're not going to actually get mad at me for actually questioning how things started or what is the origin of a.
That's the question the police asked. That's the police asked.
One cause, one effect.
What is the cause?
Reaction. I've always thought like that. Okay,
now, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there.
There are, but shit, she chose him. She saw he was crazy.
Okay, gotcha.
If I meet a girl knowing that she's a hoe and she sucked off the squad, I can't say 7 months down the road, Markel, let me tell you what she did, and act like I'm shocked when I saw it. You can see the signs. Most of the time, you see the signs. You see when that man get mad, he ball his fist up like he can't even control his anger, like you special, like he ain't gonna hit you. He gonna hit you too. It's only a matter of time. Y'all see this stuff.
Okay.
You don't see everything. I'm not saying you see, but more times than not, you see.
There's a flag. That comes out, a red flag somewhere.
He already disrespecting you, calling you out your name, calling you out a bitch, calling you this, doing physical harm. You see it already.
I've said this. If he's bold enough to call you a bitch, he gonna hit you next.
Ooh.
And I mean that. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If a woman calls you out of your name, she's gonna hit you. That's the next thing.
Oh man.
I've not been wrong in almost 50 years. I've not been wrong yet. I've seen it.
Shout out to my sister. Well, that country girl Williams. Kanye West is crazy.
Is he
though? Is he though?
Could he just be dealing with something that we don't know about? They said he's bipolar. He's taking medication.
He's taking medications. So medicated or the lack of those medications can cause the reactions or what he does. Now, is that crazy? Because because you speak to this man. He don't sound stupid.
No.
He say crazy shit.
Yeah.
But does not Dylan say crazy shit?
But crazy shit is all in the eye of the person who hears it, or the ear of the person who hears it.
Yeah.
It sounds,
ignorance is in the ear of the beholder.
Yeah, ignorance is in the ear of the beholder. Right. Because I'm pretty sure somebody said 10 years ago, man, you going to start a whole radio cast? Really? I think you crazy.
Nobody said that.
Ain't nobody said it?
Nobody said it.
Oh, okay.
Nobody believed.
I might have said
nobody believed I could do it.
I might have said it. Man, he crazy.
Nobody said nobody believed I could do it.
No, they didn't say you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But they just said you was crazy. Because everybody who has an idea to do something different,
right?
The first thing is you must be crazy. Why? Because you're doing something different from what everybody else is doing.
Right.
No ambition. You know,
motivation.
Listen,
me is them
I could find a Jay-Z song that fits everything.
Oh well, I'm sorry. Yes,
I could find a Jay-Z song that fits everything.
That is probably, you know what?
That's one of my favorites.
That is one of my favorite songs.
One of my favorites
yeah.
too. Yes.
Let's go to Trey Michaels once again.
Sometimes we do create our own pain.
Yes.
How the circumstances came to be doesn't make it any less painful. That is correct. Sometimes we do create our own pain.
Once you come to accept that moment, it becomes less painful to me in a way. It's like those child support checks.
Ooh,
after year
pain.
number 12, I was like, it ain't going nowhere, goddamn. It's going to be here for a minute.
Yep.
It became less painful when I realized, well, darling, if you would have aimed for the chest.
Oh. Well, shit, I guess I can't bitch about it now. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Yeah. Hey.
I
was told to work on
your jump shot. Your aim was off.
It was way off.
Way off. Also, sometimes people have mental health issues and shit. That is true. Sometimes people do have mental health issues. I understand where you're going with that, Trey. Definitely. Sometimes there is no rhyme or reason to why people do certain things. You are correct. But I'm sure everybody's first question in their head is, well, what is the cause? Because, I took science.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually say for an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Or there's a cause and an effect.
Cause and effect. Just said that. Another comment, as my younger sister said, sometimes people are not outwardly crazy. Like what is crazy? And I want everybody to call in. 678-813-1113. Where my fellas at, though? We looking for men. You know what? And I want to give a personal shout out to, because the biggest supporters of the Male Review, and I actually created it for this, have been the women.
Yeah.
The women joined our show and are very dedicated, and I appreciate that. But I did create this for women to hear us so they can kind of understand our side.
Right.
That's why I created the Male Review. You know, a lot of people thought that this was some kind of Kevin Samuels male bashing or woman bashing platform.
No, that's not what we do.
I kind of agree with some of the things that he may say from time to time, but that doesn't mean that we're on the same level.
Correct. Because we want to have a conversation about it. We don't want to just bully you into believing it. We want you to talk to us.
Right. Doesn't mean you're absolutely all out wrong because you don't or you do this some type of way.
Right.
But there is, in the same essence, some form of understanding that needs to be had with what we expect out of y'all and what y'all expect out of us. So I truly, once again, appreciate the women for constantly joining our platform and voicing your opinions and how you feel about these topics.
Yeah.
But I do want some call-in out there.
Callers and fellas, where y'all at? Y'all don't want to talk. Y'all venting in the dark like that for real.
They venting in the dark. So some more comments from the stream before we go to the other comments on the post.
Okay.
Let me see, Mark L. That's right, Mark L. Got to pay attention to the red flags.
Oh boy, listen. Some people, I promise you, red my favorite color, so I should be. You are correct. You do got to pay attention to the red flags. There are red flags out there, and people show them more often than not. More often than not, we see them. And depending on where you are in your experience, you try to push past them, or you say, oh, that's just a little something that can rectify itself. It'll work itself out. But what it could be is like the clowns had the handkerchief, and all the flags is red, and you keep pulling them, and they tied the shit, and then you end up just doing this the whole time, and you see where it's going. You see what I'm saying? So I need you to understand that the red flags are there. And recognize them, and I'm guilty of this. You should address them immediately.
Yeah,
because if you do not, I promise you, that flag gonna turn into a whole dress and some shoes and a hat and a car and a yacht, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger.
The devil wears Prada.
It does.
Red dress Prada. Trey Michaels, another comment, hot on the stream.
I also think those people doing this fuck shit should be held accountable too. I believe in striking a balance between personal accountability and social responsibility. Just because I may not have protected myself from a toxic person does not absolve them of the fuck shit they did.
Ooh,
that is a correct statement.
Trey's
people
heavy
do
right now. Willette Country Girl Williams. The name calling is a red flag.
It is.
I mean, I done called a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of names.
Well, but I mean, it's okay. So
trying to hammer home
calling somebody saying, "Girl, you dumb, you dumb,
You're stupid."
That's
ass.
different. But
I mean,
in
but
anger,
the thing is,
said in anger, those words mean something a little different. Yo, dumbass. See what I'm talking about? Somebody say that to you at your job, you finna have a problem with that.
I mean, if I call you stupid and what you did was stupid.
If what you could say what they did was stupid, not that they are stupid.
Okay, so I can't call you a bitch. I can say you're acting like one.
You
I got
could-
it,
you
Markel.
might-
I
you
appreciate
might. I don't
that.
know. I don't
I
know.
would say, hey, you acting like a bitch. I'm
They
not
got
calling you a
they
bitch,
got
but you're
some
acting
hands.
like one.
You have to watch out
Don't worry
sometimes.
about their little hands.
Not little. You know what? That's what happens to my hands.
Big ass.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You see these hands right now? We ain't gonna put no hands.
Little baby.
Stop it.
I'm gonna just look at you.
Trey says, I do science, and I'm here to tell you that cause and effect relationship is rarely that cut and dry. I agree, Trey. I do know that it's rarely that cut and dry. But a lot of times, I think they start with the cause and effect. People start with cause and effect. Men should pay attention as well. Thank you, Willette. You are correct. Men should also pay attention to red flags. When we see red flags.
I've been saying that.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell y'all. I told you a long time ago I want to do a one-man show. Would y'all come to my one-man show? I want to do a one-man show where I talk about, my whole topic is going to be men are stupid.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We're stupid.
Yeah.
We will let a lot of shit go to get one thing.
Just to get the box.
Just to get to the box.
Boy.
And then complain
when we got
once we got to deal with the fallout after we get the box.
When we got to
we have no end game. There is no plan. If you had a plan,
when we got to deal with what's outside the box.
What's outside the box? You got to think outside the box.
That's
that
the name of the show.
came.
Boy, look at the man. Look at us.
Think outside the box. This is what happens when you're an extraordinary. When you win the league of extraordinary gentlemen.
Think outside the box.
Think outside the box, fellas. Think outside the box.
Oh man, I can't wait for that, Markel. So I guess my
swear to
sister
God.
will be ready to tune in.
I swear to God, so it's a whole show. It's a whole movement.
It writes itself.
It writes itself.
Okay, so let's go back to the comments from
that post.
The post. Markel, Antoinette Dixon. Didn't y'all men, in quotations or in parentheses, make these memes about other men being emotional through though y'all are harsh on yourself? How do we know who made the meme? Who? Unless it has like a at the Yale brand hashtag on it.
Does it? Or Sneaky Pete.
Or Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Pete. I might have did that
might
shit.
be there.
So no, so y'all men didn't technically make these memes. Everybody made these memes.
Right.
And
I people perpetuated them. People pushed them around the internet.
Right. So we can't say y'all men made those memes. Dylan Williams comment to Antoinette Dixon. Antoinette. If you look closer into the conversation, nothing in the meme said anything about a man or a woman. The focus is how people, in parentheses, treat men when there is an breakdown. You specify gender.
Right. And her response was, but that wasn't just a people thing. It's always that we embrace femininity in men or soft sensitiveness. Men were taught by other men not to cry or express emotions. True. Unfortunately, this isn't a general issue. We have to start at the root and fix it. Seymour.
And fix it where it starts accountability.
Where it starts accountability. Okay. That I have to agree. She's right. And we were taught by other men not to cry or express emotion. That is true.
I was taught by women.
You were talking, and we were also talking about women.
See. This is how I go into it. Hey, y'all are the ones saying men ain't there. So now y'all saying that men are teaching kids when the previous post, you could just scroll your own social media page right now. Somebody complain about their daddy ain't there or their baby daddy ain't there.
Yeah.
So let the same media platform tell it. Men are teaching their sons what to do when the next post is saying that we're not even there to teach our sons what to do. Which narrative are y'all gonna fucking fall for?
Well, it's about the ones that are there doing it wrong.
And I said that. Oh, y'all women love to say we did it without him when that son graduates with honors. But when that motherfucking little nigga is a failure, it's the daddy fault that he wasn't there. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And Trey Michael.
Women also teach men to not cry from birth. Like I say,
stop crying.
Like I say, yeah, I've heard that from both parts, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised mostly by women, but I've also had some uncles who, you know what I'm saying, left this world for whatever reasons, also say dial and toughen up.
Yeah.
I've heard it from everywhere, which goes back to my comment, like everybody's saying this.
Yeah.
Because patriarchy, created by men, also allow women to follow this same rule when it benefits their belief.
Correct.
You're supposed to be strong.
Yeah. You're supposed to be this way.
You're supposed to be tough. Because that's what I require out of you for my protection. You better not run. I said this. Darling about to go in hot.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, the gloves are off.
All right, so everybody knows about the wedding of the decade that's coming up at this point. And if you don't understand, it's the wedding of the decade between one Dallin Yale Williams and one Phoenix Patrina Harrison. And I have wholeheartedly, honestly, I'm bearing everything on the platform right now, said that this wedding ceremony is more for Trina than myself.
Okay. You've said that. You've said that repeatedly, yeah.
You should be happy and ready for this union to join and all this. You should be cheering yourself.
I didn't hear you say you wasn't happy. I didn't hear you say that. Did you say you weren't happy?
I've kind of.
Did you say no? You said the ceremony is for Trina. I didn't hear you say I'm not happy to do this union. I didn't hear you say that.
Well, you know, I'm supposed to be turning cartwheels, I guess, in their eyes. You know, they on this Tyler Perry nigga type shit where I'm just glad to have this woman, and I love God, and I love you. They want men to be that guy, and I've said my rebuttal has always been, whether I got a ring on her finger or not, I'm expected to jump in front of a bullet for this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had this conversation about
whether pre-proposal or post-proposal, I as a man
are expected
to protect. That's some weight.
That's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight. So this patriarchal view concept benefits the woman whether she's married or not.
Correct.
So we're held to that standard at all times. That's some pressure. I can not even know you and see a dude punching you on the fucking streets, and I'm expected to actually come save the day, knowing this nigga got a gun. Like I ain't got kids to come home.
Like I don't have a life.
Like I don't have a life. I can't. We've seen this.
Yeah, we've seen.
She getting beat up, and that man just recording. Yeah, that nigga had a gun.
I care about my life too.
I care. Yes. Oh, Trey said, please give me the call-in number. You should know about that, Trey. God damn it. Damn it, Trey.
678-813-1113. 813-1113.
Yes. 1113. I mean, and I'm not trying to be that harsh. I'm just trying to present all angles to look at instead of having this
narrow world view.
This narrow world view of all these situations that we got to deal with as a man that causes frustration.
Right.
I come into the office, darling, pick up the water, please. The big water jug. The big water jug. You strong, strapping
young man.
Strapping young man. You strapping young man. You pick up the water. And I'm like,
you can't pick up that water?
Can't pick up that water?
Go get another chick. You're terrible.
How many women does it take to change your water?
Stop it.
Oh, hey, thank you for calling in to the Man Review. Who do we have?
This is Trey Michael.
Hey, Trey.
How you doing, Trey Michael?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We good.
So, first of all, I'm not trying to have my uterus fall out from lifting heavy shit. I'm gonna ask.
Oh, my back got to go out. Okay, I got it. Okay, my back got to go out. Now I got to go home to my woman complaining about me.
If you got a bad back, I won't ask you. I'll ask the nearest young fella that does not have a bad back.
Okay, very well.
Okay.
So that's all I got to say on that one.
But then I'll get called weak and soft. See how this is, Chris?
It's a slippery slope.
Dialing on soft ass.
A brother with a bad back. I mean,
Which makes us soft by soft by relation. His back bad. What's wrong with him?
That's all. Your back is injured. I mean, come on now.
I can't deal with no man with no weak back.
See, that's what happened.
Pillar back face ass. Pillar back face ass.
Listen. As long as your back still works for that one important thing,
Exactly.
it ain't no problem.
Exactly. There you go.
What's the one?
Taking the garbage out.
Oh,
sir.
taking the garbage out. Yeah, that's the one important thing. Yeah,
Taking out the garbage. Yeah. Get the can to the curb, sir. Of course. This is a child.
So what I wanted to really call in on was that comment about men teaching men not to cry.
Okay.
I do not agree with that.
You don't think it's men that teach other men?
No, I think men do enforce it, yes, but it starts from the cradle. From the cradle. I watched this growing up. Well, yes, growing up and as an adult with children. I watched women tell their babies, their little boys, when they cry. Get up, boy, ain't nothing wrong with you.
That's the conversation I've had.
But then when the little girls fall down and cry and hurt themselves and cry, oh, I'm coming to mama's baby. Every time I witness that shit, I say, hey, your son don't get to hurt? He don't get to get loved up when he is hurt?
That's a good question.
Now you know what I've done,
So
Trey?
that women do that shit. I've seen women do that.
Right.
I've seen men do it too, but I'm not going to sit up here and say women don't do it because that's not true.
Okay.
Right. I've seen
That's all I'm saying.
whenever I see like a child, a young boy fall or whatever, I look at him and I don't tell him, don't cry, little motherfucker, don't cry. I say, hey man, you all right? You all right? And I'll do something to kind of like sway him away from that moment because a lot of times it's really just the boy embarrassed that he fell. I'm like, hey man, come here, high five me. We did that, and he'll get up and like, yeah, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn different ways to embrace that and enforce it, and just let boys know that they can, or
If you're
even at the
injured.
same time, teaching them how to be a little tough. Because we do need to be a little tough. I will agree to that, but that doesn't mean that we have to be emotionally disconnected to a moment.
That's the point. Where's the line?
That's the point I'm making. And so what I used to say is, if you're going to do that with your boys, do it with your girls too. Why are you differentiating based on gender? That's what I used to say. So you're going to love up the girl and encourage her tears, but you're going to shut his down. I said, well, you shut everybody fucking down then. Or love up everybody.
Right.
But what you're doing by differentiating is you're teaching and you're modeling that boys aren't supposed to feel any pain. And they're not having their pain acknowledged. And that's a problem. And you're modeling it to girls.
Right.
So girls are also going to see that model as well and believe that, oh, you're a boy, so you're not supposed to have pain. You're not supposed to hurt.
Correct.
I grew up thinking that men didn't have feelings because of this modeling. Okay? So when I got to be, a mom myself at the tender age of 19, I had a lot of deprogramming to do so that I wouldn't turn my son into a person who was completely disconnected from his humanity.
Yeah.
So I just don't agree with the idea that women don't have any responsibility. We're oftentimes the hand that rocks the cradle. It's an incredibly powerful and heavy position to be in, and it needs a little bit more responsibility than what is often given.
Right. Okay.
So that was all I had to say.
Well, we appreciate that. She actually kept it short. Let's get her off the line before she look. 'Cause we know this could turn into a different show.
It's gonna turn into the Trey show in a minute.
With one word. Oh, and by the way.
There we go. No problem.
Hush, Diane. I'm gonna hang up on y'all. Bye.
Thank you for your call, Trey. We appreciate it. You are correct. All right. Have a wonderful day.
All right. So going back into the previous conversation, following up from what Miss Dixon said, I stated, just as many women tell men, sons, don't cry. It's definitely a people thing because men and women say men aren't supposed to cry. Speaking for myself, I've heard more statements about men not crying from way more women than men.
Pretty much what Trey just said.
What Trey just said. Chantel, Chantel. And that's sad, darling, because women who care about you, graft will support you. It can't be based on general population. Group think is evil. Collective thought always takes the low ground. Flip side, people. No, she said a whole bunch of stuff. I thought this was going to be short.
Right.
Flip side, people who want to be healthy do see therapists, etc.
Yeah.
Will goes. Kanye goes. Tyrese went. Ain't no sense in worrying about general population if you want to be healthy. It wasn't a gender post, but we women thought that's what we were supposed to say because y'all told us that too. And there you go. Did we tell them that too?
Did we?
Did we tell them? Did we say that too? Did we created it?
That's a good ass question. That's a good ass question. Well, I mean, if you think about the line of misogyny and patriarchy, we definitely, it was generated and then it became a self-generating thing. And then it, like Trey said, we've been forced it over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And the women have definitely taken part in it and they definitely benefited
I
from
think they've weaponized it.
It's been weaponized. It definitely is weaponized. Now there's no denying that.
Yeah.
Piece. There's no denying that piece. So yeah, what we got?
So following up with that, great conversation, great comment by Chantel. Dialing. So Chantel, help me out. Do women want to do what men tell y'all to do or not?
Right.
Because now, once again, weaponized, you use what we say we told y'all to do as something against us, but when we tell you to shut the hell up, then you really don't want to shut the hell up? Which one is it?
No.
Which one you doing?
You can't do both.
You going to listen to us or not?
You can't do both.
You going to listen to us or not?
You can't.
She just said that y'all told us what to do.
Right.
And we did what y'all told us what to do.
But if y'all do what we tell you to do, then
everything will be wonderful in the world.
That's what we think. That's not the case. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost sure.
And we had some more comments. We had a roundtable discussion. Shout out to everybody that was on the stream for that comment. Appreciate it. So that was I don't know what you think is an end resolution, Mark.
I think at the end of it all, man, I think people need to realize that men also have the need to vent. We have the need to let our hair down. We have the need to cry. We have a need to scream. And we don't have to do that. We shouldn't have to do it in the dark. Everybody talks about getting therapists. Everybody talks about being able to talk to someone. I think it starts at home. I think it starts with your mate or your family. I think that's the important part. I think we need to cut each other some slack, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're human.
Right.
We are human. Yes, we are supposed to be the ones to take all the arrows and the brunt of all the swords and everything else, but shit. At some time we got to be allowed to go, ouch, that shit hurts.
Okay, so we got some comments that is on the YouTube chat that's separated from the stream. Apologize from that. Shout out to Pimp and Slim, Pimp Talk. Check out Pimp Talk every Monday.
Right on.
7 to 9, yes. Or is it 8 to 10? Yeah, 7 to 9, 8 to 10.
7 to 10.
Yeah, 7 to 10. Somewhere between.
Somewhere between 7 to 10.
You know, pimps operating their own world.
You know, I'm just saying.
Pimp and Slim. Need some time to think. Gotta find that mental peace. Now, one of TR's favorite songs, and mine as well right now, is a song by Pimp and Slim. He is an artist, not only a personality here on Yale Radiocast. Need some time to think, and that is an outstanding song. I think we probably will end the show off with that song right there.
Okay.
A man at war with himself is at peace with the world. A man at peace with himself is at war with the world. God damn!
Okay.
Pimp talk.
That's
pimp talk right there.
That's some pimp talk for real.
That's some pimp talk. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
A man at war with himself is at peace with the world. A man at peace with himself is at war with the world. God.
That's a lot.
Look here, man. Slim, don't be coming up here with all that deep shit, man.
I'm saying.
Now we got to unpack that.
You got to unpack that.
That's a big that's a lot of luggage to unpack in one simple statement.
Well, to me, what that means primarily is that if I'm at peace with myself, there's got to be something happening in the world.
Well, the world ain't happy.
The world ain't happy.
The world ain't happy with a black man that's in a cool position with himself.
You just ain't doing what I saw a video earlier this week about how men always want to do nothing and women always want to do something. Think about it.
True.
Your woman come home and see you laying there doing nothing. She's trying to figure out why you ain't doing something.
True. Because I'm chilling.
I'm chilling.
I know what I need.
But
to
I'm
do.
at peace with myself.
I'm at peace
so the
with myself.
world,
yeah. But I've already said this, that a man has to go once again into the dark because he knows he has to go fight the world.
Correct.
So I'm gonna be doing nothing. Leave me the hell alone, because unless
I'm trying to gear up,
unless you want to go deal with. See,
here we go.
You could walk into a room and be seen as a woman and not threatening. I can't walk into a room in my position as a black man and be seen the same. I'm threatening. You could go in there with your loudmouth sassy shit and people gonna laugh. I go in there with my black man, my strong black man shit. We gotta get him out of here.
What is wrong? What is going on? What did he do?
Trey Michaels.
The more that men go ahead and show their humanity, the more we will be able to change the narrative. Do it even if people try to judge you. Challenge the status quo by taking a stand with your own behavior. Okay. So you're saying, for the most part,
be you.
Yeah, be
Fuck
you.
'em.
Show your humanity.
Fuck them.
If you got to cry, you
People
got
just
to cry.
need to be humble. Keep it. No, don't gotta be humble. Gotta be humble.
Humble. Humility.
You have to be wise in how you present your presentation.
True.
I don't think you need to be humble. That humble word may present somebody to see you as weak.
Well, see, and almost in tune to what Trey was saying about showing the humanity. Because we know other people will try you if they see a weakness. Because that's the way the world has always worked. If I see a weakness, I'm going to attack that weakness.
Right.
To break you down for whatever reason.
That humble demeanor can be seen as a weakness.
It can be.
Because
Don't
I'm
be
over
no
here
fool,
not
though.
saying nothing, and it's like, yes, boss. And that boss going to start running over you more and more. Or that man or woman. Going to start running over you more and more when you take that humble stance. Another comment from Trey.
Challenge folks when they speak against it, against you showing your true self.
Right.
Pointed out when moms and dads start training their baby boys to suppress their emotions. This is true. We do need them to be able to express that. And I think that makes you a whole human.
Here you go. I like this one. If you're dating, reject women who perpetuate this shit. Let them know it ain't acceptable.
True.
Well, if I see you on that shit, you ain't for me anyways.
And that's what I'm talking about, the red flag recognition.
Right.
If I see that you one of those people, like, example, if I see a woman, and this is me, and I think I'm still like this. If I meet you and you have children, and you're unable to maintain that discipline with those children, that they respect you. So you tell them to sit their ass down, and they don't want to sit down. You tell them it's time to do something, and they want to do something else. So they're going to do something else.
Right.
And you don't immediately discipline that or check it, as the case may be. I see that as a red flag. I just do. Now, could there be some other stuff happening?
That's the biggest red flag.
I think that's a red flag. I think it is. I'm not saying you can't have children. I've dated plenty of women that have children. I'm not saying you can't have children. What I'm saying is, if there's not a respect level established between you and those children, I see that as a red flag. So I'm just using that as an example of what I call a red flag.
Right.
Okay. So if I recognize that as a red flag, that you really are like that, you're not, this boy is upset or this boy hurt himself and you don't want him to cry. I'm gonna tell you, my youngest son, who I think the man honestly is part robot, part machine.
Right.
My youngest son broke his leg in 2 places, walked around on it for a week. I get a hangnail, shouted, and I need to call in sick for the day.
We have the technology now.
2 weeks.
We can rebuild him.
We had to put that man in a cast.
Stronger.
He walked around on it for 2 weeks.
Faster.
I'm going, how are you not in tears every time you try to walk, son? I thought maybe he strained it.
You know what?
No.
It could be the reverse psychology of telling him not to cry.
But
He's so used to getting his emotions out that he's cool with what happened that I got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
He ain't even holding it in because he
But
don't want to
son,
tell you I'm good.
On a scale, I gotta start asking the question. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain level now? I need to ask more qualifying questions.
He ain't got time to bother you about this, Pops. You over there crying.
What?
He might notice
He
you
might
going
see
through
me.
something.
Oh,
That's what we
that's going through something. My leg, don't worry, it'll turn blue. It'll heal. It'll heal wrong. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I've never once told him. Now, I'm trying to think. Have I ever told my son not to cry? This is what I'll say. Everything is not worth the tears.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say, don't cry. Men don't cry. That ain't the shit I'm saying.
Right.
I'll say everything does not deserve your tears.
Because sooner or later it's going to be seen as you crying wolf.
Right.
Or you're playing victim.
Right.
You crying to get your way. See, that's where I hear a lot of, that's where I see a lot of, I need a moment of attention.
Cry for attention. Right. Anybody listening? Right. Anybody know, right? Rub it on your eyes.
Y'all don't see?
Y'all don't see?
No.
No?
Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all know, right? Y'all ain't shit. Y'all don't see me
I mean,
over here.
because I was a professional crybaby. Hell, I'm still a professional crybaby.
A professional crybaby.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Why? It ain't work.
It ain't work.
I'll try again.
I guess I just need to fix this.
This one, the next one might work.
Let me do this the right way. Let me just do it the right way. But right on, man. That is correct. Sir.
So the end result,
please allow people the space.
Yes.
Especially men folk. Please allow us the space to be people, to be human. Human nature dictates that we are beings filled with emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It dictates that.
Right.
Allow us to also be human. Just because we're men and traditionally men don't cry.
I think we've always cried.
I think we always have.
We've always cried.
But the frustration built from having to find a dark place.
Because we can't.
We can't do it in front of nobody.
I'm just saying, I can't find the origin of when this actually said that men, because it's not since we base everything we do off of a book.
That's correct.
I don't see that nowhere in nobody's Bible.
No, I've never seen that in the Bible.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen this nowhere. Hell, we got beat with whips and chains and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we've always cried.
Yeah.
I think what happened was, let me go to Trey Michaels' comment. See, telling kids to not let shit bother them is good.
In my opinion.
In my opinion. It teaches them to walk through the world more peaceful. This is power being unbothered. And I think that's kind of like where I've learned to get to and where I'm trying to teach my sons to be at. Like, just, it's going to happen. Prepare yourself for it. Have yourself a moment.
Yeah. And then be prepared.
And be prepared. Understand this. You're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes with your stupid ass.
Believe it. Right. Because that's what life is.
You're going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. Correct. I have made so many mistakes and still making mistakes. The mistakes don't stop.
Correct.
It's just,
if you're going to learn,
your job as an adult, man or woman, is to learn how to maneuver through those mistakes. And I think that's what we've gotten away from as a parent. And I've said this on previous shows, we're getting to a point where we're trying to teach our kids, or we're trying to put our kids in position that they won't have a mistake.
Right.
Or that I'm going to make sure my kid has or ain't got to struggle like me. That, to me, that's a wrong stance. Because whatever you prepare that kid for, life ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah, life don't give a damn.
You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me to write down where I see my shit in 2, 3, 5 years. Life ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
Right.
You could give that child $1 million fucking dollars.
A small loan of $1 million.
And that ain't got nothing to do when that girl come by and suck him dry and he fall in love.
Right. And give her $999,000.
Right. Yeah, right. Because he got some shit. She gave him some stuff that you couldn't do, mama.
You could not
Daddy.
touch it. Right. You can't teach him that.
Can't teach him that.
Teach him that.
You can't teach
You cannot teach that. That is the truth.
So all that stuff you try to put in place has nothing to do with what the world put in front of his face.
Boy, listen. So, with that being said, my brother, hey, thank y'all for tuning in today with us.
10-year anniversary of Yale Radiocast.
That's right. We got some special shows coming up for y'all. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, please keep your eye on Yale Entertainment. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
This first 10 years this is just the training wheels. We're going to snatch the training wheels off.
The warm-up for the turn-up.
The warm-up for the turn-up. The overlay
for the
underplay. Get ready, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in today on Yale Radiocast flagship show. As I say it again, the Mail Review. Yes. You are in the studio with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, myself, Mark L., and my boy, Dylan Yale. That's also, we do have the milk cartons out. We need to actually get a milk carton photo so everybody can see. So just in case y'all forgot what Josh the intern looks like, we need to get a milk carton photo out for Josh. Also, for TR, who is just, he be drilling.
TR.
He always be drilling somewhere. He got to get his drill on.
I don't know. I think he's unscrewing right now.
He's unscrewing some things. Okay, well, right on. TR doing TR things. Hey, we thank y'all for joining us as always, and we definitely appreciate
Tell them about nobody talked about the answer to the question.
You know what? I was about to cry about that, actually. I was about to. I need the smallest violin in the world, y'all. I haven't had no one call and tell me where they came up with computer love. Trey, even Trey didn't address it when she called. Where did they come up with computer love in 1985? I mean, when did Back to the Future come out? Like 91? 88?
Back to the Future came out in like 86.
86, 87, 88. Yeah. Somewhere around in there, right?
Somewhere around there.
Marty McFly wasn't having a computer love back then.
Hey, man.
And I mean, what I'm saying, listen to the words.
If y'all have seen this man, please let us know.
There he is. There he is.
He's lost.
He is lost.
And we're truly worried about
where Josh the intern could
as
be.
Trey calls macadamia nuts.
Macadamia nuts. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. This is a missing member.
This is a missing member of the leg.
Of the leg.
What part was he?
Was he the ankle?
He was the ankle.
He was the ankle.
Now we could walk without him.
I'm the kneecap. We could walk without an ankle.
We could walk without an ankle.
But it looked flicked.
Yeah, you lip a little bit.
It lip a little hard when the ankle is missing. We looking for him. So if y'all see this man, please.
Well, that said, be on the lookout for Josh.
Bolo. Oh, Lord. We done sent the Bolo out for Josh.
Yes, Lord.
Josh, we miss you, man. We love you, man. Yeah. We missing my leg member, my man from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Josh the intern. Yes. We'll see him again soon, y'all. But yeah, if you see him, matter of fact, I think that might owe me $20. Anyway,
that's probably why he ain't been
around.
That's probably
why he ain't been around. Yeah. I like a dub. You owe me like a dub.
You know, white people run off with the bag.
I ain't run off with just ran off on the plug twice. Twice. That's $10 thrice. Thank y'all for tuning in again, y'all. As always, the motto.
Well. Hold up, slow.
Oh, am I pushing too hard?
Yes.
Okay.
Look here, man. Moving into 2022, the wheels are rolling right now.
They are.
We need everybody to subscribe on every outlet. Just Google Yale Radiocast. Matter of fact, go to the website YaleRadiocast.com.
That's how you.
We need more subscriptions on YouTube. We definitely need more subscriptions on Twitch. We need more subscriptions on RTV. We need more subscriptions on all of these platforms. Understand what is needed within the realm of Yale Radiocast and Yale Entertainment right now? Finances. And I'm being 100% honest with y'all.
100.
We are reaching a milestone. We have reached a milestone. We're just building, as I said earlier in the relationship, the foundation. I think we've built a bit of a foundation. Now we need to move up to actually give what we truly want to give to everybody, but we need a little bit of support.
Yeah,
once upon a time, I was really against asking for help. Mark L. knows that.
Yeah.
A lot of people who knows me know that. I'd rather try to figure it out myself, but we truly need you. So if you don't even want to donate to Yale Radiocast,
just subscribe to us.
Subscribe to us. In the least, share the links, share the streams.
Yes.
Go and hit us in the inboxes with conversations and topics. If you're thinking about something on your own Facebook page, tag Yale Radiocast.
Please do.
Tag Mark L. Tag myself. This is a good conversation. I saw this here. I've seen a lot of that this week where I've had cousins and people tag me to other posts, and I'm like, oh, this is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
this is what we need for the growth, you know what I'm saying, for conversation, for communication and networking purposes, and we just need everybody's help with that. So once again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Stay tuned. Later on today, the Indie Circuit.
Oh, boy.
With an interview with the people's rapper,
John
Connor, the best in the world. For those who are unaware of John Connor, he is a artist, a hip hop artist that was recently signed to Aftermath. He is back on the independent trail. You talk about features. He's been featured with some of the biggest names in the game, and this is going to be probably for myself the best interview I've ever had the opportunity to do. Excellent. And there's been some great interviews as of late.
Some really great interviews.
Yeah, some really great interviews, some hard-hitting interviews. But as far as what this is, Yale Radiocast, will be a personal favorite of mine, being that I built the indie circuit around people like, with the concept and the idea of supporting people like John Connor.
Absolutely.
So to see somebody come from Watch the Growth, to somebody from their first mixtape to being signed to one of the biggest labels ever in Dr. Dre and Aftermath.
Yep, absolutely.
It's just a great point for me. I used to like, man, this guy gonna be the next to blow. This guy gonna be the next to blow. So I saw him from his first mixtape. Then when he made the class of the 2000, the XXL, it was 2014 class to getting signed, and I think 2016 to Aftermath, to being featured on BET, and just a Flint, Michigan artist. So this is really what we're trying to do, really bring everything to the forefront, entertainment, community, and everything. So thank you, everybody, man, and this is really what Getting the Business is about.
Yep, indeed.
Support us, subscribe.
Please do.
Donate.
Let me hold $5. Tell me about computer love. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Stop crying like a little.
Yale Radio Cast.